Welcome back to An African Eye. I am Ash Appleton. Today, I'm going to talk you through how you can fill a blank wall with art, and it's not going to cost you a fortune either. So stay tuned. Art is the quickest way to personalize a space, especially if you're renting. Don't leave art until the very end. A lot of people tend to think, okay, I'll put up something when I bought my sofa, the TV, the cabinet, the dining table, the chairs, the beds. And if you have that kind of attitude, it means you're never ever going to hang up anything. So as you're buying other stuff, also think about what you're putting on the walls. I love to hang up art on white wall. It really helps to make the colors pop and the images and the paintings really stand out. So this is always my go-to, a white wall. And same as in galleries, the walls are often white. And then the million-dollar question, should your art match your interior? What do you think? Drop me a line in the comments. Personally, it's got to reinforce the look that you're going for. I love modern art, vibrant pieces, bold brush strokes. There's a deliberate look to what I put up. You don't see many sort of diluted, wishy-washy watercolors or sort of landscapes, animals. That's not really my look. I love people, I love abstracts, pop art, that's my look. There is one piece, as you can see, that doesn't go with my interior, and that's why I'm selling it. It's this watercolor flower arrangement. It just isn't me. And I've tried and it doesn't work, I'm getting rid of it. In an ideal world, we'd all love to have original art all over our space, you know, one-off pieces, but this is obviously not practical and it's very expensive. But mind you, having said that, I've got pieces that I've picked up for almost next to nothing, and I mix these with my more expensive pieces. So if you look out for up-and-coming artists, students, you can have things commissioned. This is a good way of getting original pieces of art. Apart from original art, what else can you put up? I've got lots of prints on my walls, I've got cards that are framed, I've even framed wrapping paper, old photos, photography. I'm always looking for things I can put up. Don't rule out mood or inspiration boards as pieces of art. I've had this specially made from my studio, and it's been made here in Nairobi, and I love it. I feel energized when I walk into my studio and I look at everything I've put together. I try and change up the images every 3 or 4 months, but that's the beauty of having this. It's very flexible. And this is a really old postcard. It's from a shop in Kijabe Street in Nairobi, Kichaka, from the 1990s. I picked this one up in Marrakesh. This was from the Tate Modern, the Picasso exhibition. And don't forget mirrors. They're a great way to maximize light, and they also enhance your decor. So this is a great way of filling in spaces on your wall. If you're buying art, try and avoid the cliched sort of touristy art that you find in the markets or in some of the malls. You know, the Maasai looking out at the wilderness, that sort of thing. Because it doesn't really say anything about the artists. It's usually made to be sold quickly. So this is the kind of art I would try to avoid. In the previous episode, I talked about hanging art up correctly. So if you missed that, make sure you catch it. The takeaway is ultimately, you don't want lots of bitty pieces on a wall or one single piece floating around. And the way you get around this is with a gallery wall. But that's almost like another episode. So maybe down the line, I will shoot a video on that. So look out for that. But with a gallery wall, you tend to have a focal image and then you hang stuff around it. It's not an exact science, so you have to kind of play around and see what works and what doesn't work. But have fun with it, that's the main takeaway. And then think about how you're going to frame your pictures. You kind of want a cohesive look in terms of the framing, especially if you've got a gallery wall. There's got to be some sort of unity. Otherwise, you're, again, asking people to be looking all over the place. And then for me, my mounts tend to be soft white. I avoid the colored mounts because I feel that this distracts from the art. So my go-to is always, you know, soft white, off-white, but this is obviously a matter of preference. So again, see what works. And then I always use non-reflective glass to avoid the glare. It's a bit of a more costly option, but it's worth it. And if you've got canvases, you don't have to do anything else with them. Just put them up as they are. They look kind of nice naked like that. In the next episode, we're going to be right back here in my rooftop studio, and I'm going to show you how I use it for photography, editing, writing, entertaining, even sleeping sometimes. So make sure you catch that. Art is the quickest way to personalize your space, so it's got to be up front and center when you're styling your home. When you're buying your TV, when you're bringing in a new couch, think about what you're going to put on your walls. It doesn't have to cost a fortune. There's so many options out there. Be on the lookout when you're out and about. All the things you can bring in to put on your walls that say something about you and your space. It's really exciting. Art gives so much energy to your home, so don't leave it to the last minute. Hope you like this. I hope it's helpful. Give it a thumbs up, share, tell your friends, like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.